Hey guys, so in this video we are going to install some of the Red Hat flavored Linux like Alma Linux, like the latest version on PowerPC. You can see the architecture here. This one, ppc64le. Okay, so you can pick like Red Hat Linux, that is the 10, or Fedora Linux 43, I think, and Alma Linux also 10. The process remains same, okay, because they are using the same binary. Okay, so if you check this one link, so first click on the respective version. Okay, so I'm picking the first one, this is the latest version 10, and after that you have like several mirrors. Then once you click the mirror, then you have like you can pick the minimal one. Okay, that is the like Fedora Linux server version or something. Here it is minimal. Okay, so because I'm not interested for the UI installation, okay, because I need to install some of the Kubernetes package, so that's why I choose this minimal version. Okay, so so basically we are using this emulator. Okay, you can see here I already installed this QEMU, and I'm going to emulate this PowerPC, basically PowerPC 10 on Windows environment. Okay, so this is my Windows environment, and I installed this MSys tool for the emulation of the QEMU, and you can see here. First we need to create the virtual disk. So basically I created this virtual disk using qemu-img create. Then you can mention 20 GB, 50 GB like that, but it actually it is take like 10 GB, maximum 10 GB, but for the safer side you can use this one. And once you allocated this disk, then you can go with the installation. So here we can, the download link I already mentioned here. Okay, you can download this file. Since I already downloaded this file, you can see the size 1.3 GB. Okay, so let me go ahead to install this one. So I already inside my this directory, so I already created this what is called this virtual disk. You can see Alma 10 power qcow2. So let me go ahead to invoke this command. This is the binary. Okay, qemu system PowerPC 64. Okay, and I allocated 2 CPU, 4 GB of RAM, and I am using emulating this Power10 hardware. Okay, so I passed the ISO link on the virtual disk. Okay, so let me go ahead and hit enter. Let's see how it is progressing. Now it's landed with this grub. Now we can hit enter. It's booted from the ISO. Now I can see this installation window. It is picking like Alma Linux 10.1, and it will configure the network interface, I think. Yeah, preparing the network. You can see here. You can see some progress, and the welcome page is coming. You can see here Alma 10.1. I keep recording this one because you can get some idea about this what happening in the log. Okay, this is useful if you interested to read what happening this inside this log. You can get more idea on the like when it is installing in power hardware. can see the Anaconda screen. Most probably the installation menu should come, right? Yeah, starting installation one moment. So basically it will take sometimes 2 to 3 minutes here to come the installations menu, text based. Okay, so now we can wait. I noticed there is some issue with this display, so that's why earlier I used no display. So now we need to pass this display like VNC1, because in no display actually the Anaconda is trying to showing the GUI, but it's not working. So that's why I changed this one, display VNC1. Then I redirect the display to VNC1 and I open some VNC client. You can see here using column 1. Now it's showing this installation menu. Welcome to this one, and the installation menu is showing. Here you can also maximize this one. Then you need to select this language here, English, and on the right hand side also you can pick the default one. Continue. Graphical user interface little bit slow. So in this page you can select this system installation and the set the root password. It is same like Fedora server also. Here you can select this option, this one, say system first. Now here you can select your disk, full disk, then click on done. This one a little bit slow, this because we are accessing from the VNC viewer, so it is slow. Now we can see the disk is selected, automatic partition selected, then we can select this root account setup. Okay, so I click this one, so it is showing like option to enable or disable, so simply I enable this one and set the root password. Okay, and 2 times you need to pass this one, allow password, click on done 2 times because it is a short password, so we need to click 2 times on done. Now we can see the password been set for the root account. We can start the installation, begin installation. The installation almost started. You can see I'll pause the video so that in the completion of the installation I will open this one. You can see this installation is completed, so let me close this one and manually reboot this system. So now I'm going to boot from the disk. I had attached this CD-ROM. It's showing the login prompt, so I'll try to log in using root. So now I landed with this page. Let me clear the screen and boot. You can see the PowerPC hardware, LS CPU. You can check the details. This Power10, and you can check this. It is consuming only 400 MB memory, and only 1.3 GB disk space. And if I check this West is 10. Yeah, that's it.